Elvis Presley, the king of rock and roll, had moments of pure joy that he cherished deeply. One such moment was when he was on stage, drowning in the adoration of his fans. "My moment of glory is being on that stage and singing and feeling all the love the audience sends to me," he once said. That feeling, he noted, was beyond anything earthly. It was a high that no mortal could fully understand. But life for Elvis was not always about those shining performances. In 1958, as he faced the barber shop and the army's sharp scissors, a different kind of transformation was underway. The army crew cut was more than just a haircut. It was a symbol of his duty, a stark contrast to the glamour of his music career. Yet, even in that moment, humor found a way. Elvis couldn't help but joke about the absurdity of it all, poking fun at the army's expectation to pay for a haircut that was essentially free. Elvis's relationship with his identity was complex. When asked if he was Caucasian, he recalled a moment of confusion from his past. His draft card labeled him as such, but it was a term he associated with something entirely different. For him, it was a reminder of a time when labels meant something more than they did in the army. Loss touched Elvis deeply. The death of his mother was a shattering experience. "Everything I have is gone. She was all I lived for. She was always right with me," he cried at her funeral. For Elvis, his mother was not just a parent. She was his constant, his confidant, and his guiding light. Without her, everything felt empty. Elvis's views on family and home were rooted in his childhood. His mother's home was sacred to him, a place he would never think of selling. It was more than just a physical address. It was a symbol of stability and love. His father, though not always present, had a special place in his heart. "The Colonel is almost like a daddy to me when I'm away from home," he said, acknowledging the role the Colonel played in his life during his absences. Marriage and relationships were also on Elvis's mind. He had clear ideas about the kind of woman he wanted to marry: American, moral, and ready to start a large family. Yet even as he expressed these ideals, he faced the reality of his youthful infatuations, like Priscilla, which complicated his path. At a press conference, he firmly stated his intentions: "I am fond of Priscilla, but I have no plans to call or write her. I don't just date 16-year-olds." As his career progressed, Elvis grappled with the pressures of Hollywood. "More than anything, I want to be an actor, the kind that stays around for a long time," he once dreamed, but the reality was harsher. "The only thing worse than watching a bad movie is being in one," he lamented, reflecting on the disconnect between his artistic ambitions and the films he made. Hollywood's grip on Elvis was suffocating at times. "Hollywood never got who I was. I don't think anybody was trying to hurt me, but they did," he confided. The fame and success that once seemed like a dream had turned into a prison. By the time he stepped onto the stage in Las Vegas, he was exhausted with the image he was forced to maintain. "I got tired of singing to the guys I beat up in the motion pictures," he told the audience, expressing his weariness with the role he had become. Even in his later years, Elvis struggled with his public persona and personal demons. "I like entertaining people, I really miss it," he admitted, revealing his deep love for performing. Yet he also faced the harsh realities of his fame. "It's not fair I can't go in a restaurant and not be recognized. Eating out used to be a big treat." In his final days, Elvis grappled with self-destructive tendencies and the weight of his own expectations. "I'm self-destructive, but there's not a lot I can do about it," he admitted, acknowledging his struggles. His philosophy on life was simple yet profound: someone to love, something to look forward to, and something to do. Elvis's life was a tapestry woven with moments of pure joy and deep sorrow, a story of a man who touched millions with his music yet struggled to find peace within himself. His journey from a young man with dreams to a global icon haunted by his own demons is a powerful reminder of the complexities of fame and the human spirit.